All right, welcome back, everybody. We're getting closer and closer to the 8 o'clock hour. But before we go, though, we're going to be chatting with a leader of Now. Today's leader of Now guest is Abeni Taylor, who is the founder and director of the School of Foreign Language in Tobago. Good morning, Abeni.
Buenos dias, bonjour, good morning.
I love that greeting, just gets right to the point there of the foreign language. So before we go into what you do, tell us who you are. What do who's Abeni Taylor? Where did you come from? What is your background?
Okay, soy Abeni Taylor. I am from Tobago. I live in the suburban village of Canby. That's on the west of Tobago. I am a foreign language teacher at the Bishop's High School, and I have my private school of foreign language. I'm also an enthusiast of the netball sport, track and field, and basketball. I love to learn new things. I love teaching, and I just love life.
And that is why you are a leader of Now, and I'm so happy to be chatting with you this morning. So, Abeni, why was the School of Foreign Language founded, and what was the process like?
Okay, in 2014, initially we were named El Instituto de Idiomas. I returned home from the UE in Trinidad, and my cousin, she would have suggested that I teach children Spanish. And it started from just there, teaching at that pre and primary school level. Then I went on to high school level privately and helping persons at the tertiary level. So it was more of a, excuse me, a recommendation from a family member, which just escalated and blossomed, I will say, into this school of foreign language in Tobago.
So, being that you got that advice that you should do your thing, and like getting the School of Foreign Language started, what was that like?
The process was, there are challenges in everything that you do, but I kept going regardless of what I was faced with, getting registered and then going through the process of advertising the services offered. And sometimes it's you alone and
Right.
you're just trying to use your own skills. So the process was there were some challenges, but I think that I would have overcome all. And sometimes your good work speak for you, and sometimes what you offer speaks for itself, and persons just come to your door and just contribute to what you have to offer.
Definitely. Now, you spoke of the challenges. I want to get a little more detail, if you don't mind, actually. What were
A
some of
little
the
more
challenges that you
details with
faced?
it.
Yeah, I want to get a little more detail. What are some of the challenges you faced in starting your school?
Okay, a major challenge will be location. Where will I have these classes? Because before this COVID time, before we all went online,
Right.
we were all geared towards using physical spaces, starting in my living room at home with only 3 students. And then these 3 students multiplied and became 13 students. So I
Wow.
moved to my veranda, and then these 13 students became 20. So I had to rent a physical space at an institution. Like some of other challenges were, for example, advertising the service and to ensure that everyone would have known, or most persons would know it, that these classes or sessions were offered. And sometimes to even have people trust your product or your service could be a challenge. And that was one that I would have experienced in the early stages.
Right.
But thanks to God, that the good news spread with the students who were improving in their classes at school. And especially when I taught the little ones, to see that the young ones could actually learn a second language and do well at it. That was part of the trusting process, of persons to trust the quality of the work that we produce at the School of Foreign Language for them to have their children at the school.
Definitely, definitely. Now, not everybody who like faces a challenge has it within them to even try to overcome it, and much less to actually overcome it. What do you think you have in you that gives you that gumption, so to say, to overcome those challenges?
I constantly pray for a spirit of tenacity. I think that I have this determination in me to want to succeed and to attain different successes. So I have that willpower in me from since I was in primary school, because our motto was the will does it. So if you consistently say that I will get this and I will accomplish this, I will have challenges, but I will overcome them. So sometimes it starts within you with a personal choice to want to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. So I would say I have a spirit of tenacity, a spirit of determination, a willpower to or I should say also this hunger for success to actually attain it. And sometimes when you put your mind to something and you want to get it done, you're gonna get it done. So I think that's what I have in me, and I am persistent.
I love
I
that.
try to remain relevant. I try to always have something offering, always have some sort of service that persons may want to be a part of. So yeah, I think I have that persistence.
Definitely. I love that. And I do hope that somebody watching this morning would have, just taken that little nugget away from this interview this morning for sure. Now, do you also teach adults?
Oh, por supuesto. I teach from children to adults.
Right.
So currently we have a French class going to start today. However, a French native educator will be teaching that course.
I see.
I would have had at the beginning of the COVID, or I don't know, I'm even calling this season the COVID. In the beginning of March, I had a 6-week program for adults online for Spanish, and I think they really enjoyed the course from the um the feedback I was getting from them. And from July to August, there are 2 more adults courses running. And I also have right now a program called Mommy and Me
Right.
for adults and their children so that they can be directly and readily involved in the learning process of the child. So yes,
yeah.
I teach adults.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let me ask you then, who is the more difficult group to teach, children or adults?
It depends. But for me, you get more challenges with adults. Children are sometimes more gullible and they trust you a bit more than
Right.
adults. They trust your work, they trust your content, they trust that what you are teaching them is right. But sometimes adults may challenge some of the things you say, or probably challenge everything that you say. So more difficulties sometimes come from teaching adults. Some persons may
Right.
say, I prefer to teach a group of adults. No, children are a bit more willing and a bit more open
Right.
to learning, and they trust you a bit more than the others.
Yeah, so they're more receptive to the
Yes,
lessons, and they don't
extremely
question
receptive children are.
the process.
Correct.
But adults, on the other hand, they may question everything you do.
Yes.
So I think the children have it. I think it's probably a little more pleasant to teach the children sometimes, right?
Correct.
So just going further with your journey, from where you started to where you are now, what are some of the things that stuck out to you?
One of the things that stood out most for me is the rewards I would have obtained. For example, rewards from seeing my students excel, because that is the main purpose of me teaching them through these enhancement sessions. Also being rewarded physically by different areas. For example, like I was the recipient last year for the National Youth Award for Entrepreneurship. Over the years, I would have won awards for education, community impact. So the fact that persons can
Congrats.
see my good works and give me rewards and award me, I felt a bit, comforted. But even if I didn't get the awards, I will have felt that way, seeing the feedback, the positive feedback I would have been getting from my students.
Definitely.
So that really stood out to me, my students' successes, and also the recognition I would have received from the government of Trinidad and Tobago and also the THA.
Right. All right, let me get a little more personal. Like, I would love to learn Spanish. It has something that's been in my family. My grandfather used to speak Spanish fluently.
You should speak Spanish.
But unfortunately, I didn't get to pick it up before, he passed on. So for an adult like me at this stage now looking to learn a language, how, like in real terms, how difficult is it for an adult who's pretty much set in their ways and it's a new thing for them?
Set in your ways.
Yeah.
I don't think it's difficult if you want to get it done. There are
Right.
programs out there. There are so many applications that you can start on. What might be the most difficult part is where to start. So there is where you may seek professional consultation, for example, from a teacher or from a language enthusiast, to say where's the best place to start learning a language at this age or at this stage in my life. It's not difficult. It's very, very attainable. So I always suggest that they start off with the sound system of the language, which aka the alphabet. Once you know how to pronounce the words, then you start off with the greetings, then basic things, and then sometimes once you want to get it done, you will get it done. And there are so many opportunities in linear, in online, for you to just grab at. It's extremely possible for you to learn a language at this age. And sometimes what makes it easier is to consume yourself in the language. For example, put your phone into Spanish, put
Right.
your Facebook account into Spanish, put things that you interact with every day into the target language,
Wow.
and trust me.
That seems intimidating almost.
That language, yes.
All right, I want to put you on the spot, Teach me something. Teach me a phrase in Spanish.
Okay, Let's start simple.
Okay.
You interact with persons almost every day, so we want to greet them. You can say hola, that's in Spanish,
Right.
or oye. Oye literally is spelled like how we would say oi in
Right.
English. O-Y-E. It's
Right.
pronounced as oye, which means hey. We have hola, hello, buenos dias, good morning. If you are leaving persons and you want to wish them a good day, you can say buen dia, have a good day. Ciao. I don't like adios so much because adios literally sounds like the final goodbye. It literally
Right.
says to God, as in to God you go. So I prefer to say ciao, as in later,
Right.
or bye. So I've just taught you greetings. Oye, which means hey.
Right.
Hola, hello. Buenos dias, good morning. Buen dia, have a good day. Ciao, bye.
All right. Well, let me see if I can repeat that. So, hello is hola,
Mm-hmm.
or let me pronounce it properly. Hola.
Hola, sí.
Hey is oye.
Oye, muy bien.
Have a good day is buen dia.
Perfecto. Sigue
And
trabajando. Continue working. Nice.
right. And there was one more thing. I think I forgot.
There. Ciao.
Right. Ciao. Right. And
That
oh
really
yes, and
sounds
there's buenos dias.
like saying mango ciao. Ciao.
Right.
Mango ciao with an accent. Ciao.
And before we go, how do people get into contact with you if they're interested in, learning and becoming a part of your school?
Well, we are on Instagram and on Facebook, School of Foreign Language Tobago, and all our contact information is there, whether to contact us via email or via telephone.
All right, wonderful. And with that, I want to thank you, Abeni Taylor, for joining us this morning. Abeni is the founder and director of the School of Foreign Language Tobago. Now, well, this is where we say ciao, guys. We are at the end of the show. Thank you for watching this morning, and we're going to kick it upstairs for the news at 8. So, just closing off, make a difference today. Now, join us again tomorrow from 6 to 8, and this has been the Now Morning Show. Bye, guys.